Hey folks, this is FireWizard23 and I welcome you back to the Let's Play of Mega Man 3. So we have beaten we have beaten Magnet Man, Hard Man, and Top Man, and we now have the Top Spin. So the Top Spin will be used against this guy right down here, Shadow Man. Let's go to Shadow Man's level. I'm Shadow Man. With his Shadow Blade is his weapon that we want to get. So we're in this lava area. Ooh, we gotta fall. Alright. Here's more of these vacuum guys. I hate those guys so much. It's actually not a tricky pattern to figure out when they jump, but it's hard to hit them. And here's another round with Proto Man. He's not in every level, but I think this is actually one of the last levels he appears in. I believe so. Okay, beat him, and we go. I always call these little red guys sneaker dudes. I don't know why. It looks like they were just kind of like walking on sneakers or whatever. Or flip-flops or whatever you want to call them. The grenade dudes, and that guy up there who turns out the lights, which becomes ridiculous in another area of this game, but again, it's not overly difficult to figure it out. It really isn't. You can kill them, by the way. The magnet missile will reach them if you actually use the magnet missile. Here's a big, and by the way, here's a big FYI. The magnet missile will only work against things that are metal. Or at least it will only be directly attracted to things that are metal. Which most of the robots in the game obviously are made of metal, but there's some enemies it doesn't directly work against. This is a great spot for the magnet missile, but you can die. Don't keep continually jumping and firing here, and this is why. Notice he just dropped something. If I had jumped when I had shot and then jumped into that, that could have interrupted the trajectory of my jump, and I actually could have fallen. Trust me, it sucks. Especially for me, that I played this game for so long and I know how everything works, to die. So I think everyone out there has a game where they have played it so much that they feel they can just walk through the game in like one life. This is a game for me that it's one of those games for me that if I die like that, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, and I have to like shut the game off because I'm so pissed. Okay, but we are at Shadow Man, and now we need the top spin. Notice we can continually use the top spin here, which is just me twirling. Look, I'm a ballerina. Yay! Okay, Mega Man's manly. He's manly. He's tough. Yeah. And we don't expire energy. I'll just go back over here. When I use this, none of the energy goes down in that bar. The only time it's ever used is when I directly attack something. So, it's a pirouette in and go fight Shadow Man. It's only when I directly crash into Shadow Man that we actually use it and do damage to him, and now he's dead. But no, we actually used like pretty much all the top spin to do that. Ooh. But Shadow Man's dead. We get our next item. Sorry about that, I had to clean off the microphone. I'm eating my lunch. And we get his Shadow Blade. Get his Shadow Blade, and we also get the Rush Marine. It is a sub. Rush can now turn into a sub. So, 4 Robot Masters down, 4 to go. We have the Shadow Blade now, and we're going to use that against this guy up here, Sparkman. So let's go fight Sparkman. Travis had kind of the coolest. This is kind of the one thing I kind of am upset about, that I can't show you the volume. They have pretty good tunes. I mean, Mega Man is known for its music, so I kind of feel bad that like part of the experience of Mega Man is being lost here, that you can't hear the actual music to the game, which is kind of one of its trademarks. I can't remember the creator's name off the top of my head, but he mentioned that Rockman, Mega Man's actual original title from Japan, it was off rock and roll is how he created the character. And so the music was always a big part of the Mega Man games. And these are wonderful little tumbler things that you can easily get killed on. Be careful. Oh. Climb. Little sneaker dudes. Just fire. You can just clear these guys out and just fall. We got about 4 screens here we gotta fall. Taking another bite of my bagel. Okay. You can get stuff by shooting these things. But don't do it. It's just a waste of your time. It's not worth it for the amount of time and energy you spend on it. Okay? Okay, now here is the last stretch for Sparkman. Move forward and let this that little blue screw thing come up. Now go. You'll see why in a minute. Tricky set of jumps, but not impossible. Okay, so here we are. We need the Shadow Blade. We turn pink in this case. Now, I can fire in 5 directions with this blade, so that's pretty good. And he's dead. Again, I'm really not trying to seem like I'm bored with this, but it is a game that I really do understand how everything's going to work out, so I don't really think about it. We get the Spark Shot, which was that thing he used very briefly. You got Spark Shot. A little bit of nostalgia here. I think that might have been the actual... When I was playing this game for the very first time, I think that might have been the first Robot Master I actually successfully beat. I think. I don't remember. Okay, now here is where the game is going to take an interesting little turn. At this point, I have beaten what I would call the first loop in the game. Magnet Man, Hard Man, Top Man, Shadow Man, and then Spark Man. At this point, the remaining 3 Robot Masters are going to make their own separate loop. And in the next video, we're going to have to start fighting in that new loop, meaning that none of the weapons I have right now are going to be effective against the remaining Robot Masters. So in the next video, I'm going to go into the next loop, and I will see you then, folks. Take care.